Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video, guys. I am currently on the test server. We're gonna have a look at the new fusion, the new fragment fusion event starting on Thursday. Now, a lot of people were excited about her. A lot of people said she sucks. Now, I do understand people trying to justify it, to find reasons to skip fusions, and it's perfectly fine. I know very well what it means to constantly be stuck in a loop where you need to make, I want to make the fusion, I need to make the fusion, etc. Back in the day, we had like, I don't know, one fusion every 2-3 months. Now they are constant, and it gets very hard for pretty much every player to engage and complete every single one of them. And I understand people looking at different reasons why they would choose to skip different fusions. I feel like a lot of people tend to overreact a bit and call them all trash because they just don't want to do it, which is fine. You don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, but I really don't think that this is a bad champion, and I'm gonna leave it there. We talked about her kit before. She's basically a turn meter booster on steroids. She's gonna give you increased attack, she's gonna give you increased speed, she's gonna fill the turn meter on a 4-turn cooldown, grants an extra turn, basically a 3-turn cooldown. Moving over to her A2, attacks all enemies, places decreased speed on all enemies, and a weakened debuff, and decreases their turn meter. A lot of people try to compare this champion with Negmotar for Hydra. I don't really think is the right comparison. I would definitely look more into a comparison with her and Lady Kimi. They're both more intended for PvP, and while she is intended for PvP, she will still be very solid for PvE as well, including the Hydra clan boss, So, okay, let's just say if you have Negmotar, maybe you're not gonna need her in a Hydra clan boss, but you might have a better use for her in a tag team arena or different areas. Speed aura for arena, guys, 28%. She has this passive, but it's on a 1-turn cooldown. Basically, it will give you a heal based on how much turn meter you're gaining, so you cannot constantly exploit this by bringing in a lot of turn meter boosters. The A2, we checked it. The A1 places asleep. Not very insane, as an A1 is a pretty average skill. Her base stats, on the other hand, are actually very nice. 21,000 HP, 1.1k defense, 115 base speed, guys. That's what really puts her here, because that's a very good base speed. Now, let me just quickly show you the build that I have on her. So for the build, guys, I just went on full speed, right? So I have her on 2 speed sets, and I have her on 3 protection pieces, which give me extra speed. I could try to go and get the 4th piece of protection and then have some of the buffs protected, but unfortunately I don't have an amulet or a banner for this faction just yet. Total stats, we have 71k HP, 3.3k defense, 402 speed, almost 400 accuracy. You want to get some accuracy on her. Now, talking about blessings, guys, if I would get a blessing, probably will be Intimidating Presence, or it will be Polymorph, one or the other, to be honest. I feel like while we do have quite a few different ones that can be good, these two will benefit her the most. Temporal Chains is a pretty good blessing for her too. Now, if you're just looking at PvE, yeah, considering maybe getting I don't know, Cruelty is a decent option as well. Getting the emergency heal with some shield on her can work too, but I feel like you want to make the most out of it. Brimstone as a 6-star can help you in Hydra if you want to, but you need to target it with the A1, so that kind of kills the entire mojo. Masteries, we have a defense and support 3. I haven't went with War Master to get more damage in Hydra. Instead, I prioritize the Masteries more PvP related rather than PvE, because this can work in PvE just fine as well. She's not going to do crazy damage anyway, right? So it's a bit of a waste to go with the War Master. I do have Eagle Eye as tier 6 to get more accuracy. Dropping the turn meter on enemies and putting decreased speed will require accuracy. Now, I'm not really personally planning to use her much in Classic Arena, right? You will encounter tons and tons of Stone Skin, tons of Polymorph, especially in Platinum, so that will be a bit of a problem. Where I am planning to give her a go and to use her will be in Live Arena. Now, the reason for it, guys, yes, bringing in a lockout champion is great. You're going to lock the enemy and call it a day. The main issue that you will encounter with mythical champions is that while you are locking them, they will take a turn. So having a champion like her in your team will boost the turn meter, will put decreased speed on them and drop their turn meter, which will actually give you a chance to cut on the enemy. If you're bringing in Arbiter, you are getting 30% turn meter, which is massive. But the opponent can still have a higher chance to cut on you. If you're bringing her in the team instead, basically what you can do is to drop their turn meter, give them the decreased speed, so maybe the enemy won't cut your nuker. Okay, so a lot of things change. The increased speed, the turn meter, the way it works on the enemy too is quite a bit of a difference with her. That's why I feel like a lot of people really underestimate this champion. But let's try to attack somebody and see how it's going to play out, basically. I'm not sure how fast is everybody, how much stone skin we're going to encounter, how much polymorph. I mean, that's one thing that we can see. So everybody is on stone skin right here, which of course it won't be a very good thing for us, especially that Armans in particular is on stone skin. We cannot drop the turn meter versus stone skin, but we can put at least the debuffs on the other champion, like the nuker, for example, which most of the times is not on stone skin. Now, right now, I'm just gonna go in and just polymorph somebody, and probably I'm gonna do it to her. We remove some buffs while Armans is doing his own shenanigans. We're gonna be able to slowly drop a lot of turn meter from them. Now, one thing that I do want to show you right now is going to be the healing that we are getting. So let me just try to kill somebody. So you're dead. Okay. And right now, check out the turn meter. We should be getting a healing from her passive, right? Or actually, maybe it proc before. Maybe it proc before for a different champion and I haven't realized. It is a 1-turn cooldown on the passive, okay? Seems like it's proc before. There we go. So we got 4,000, 3,000. You really need to bring in a lot of turn meter, like a full turn meter to get a decent healing. It won't be as effective in terms of healing as some people might think, you know? What I'm gonna do right now, I'm trying to see how I can play it around to get that healing on with Arman. So let's do that. Let's kill the sheep. Okay, he died as well. So right now, instead of boosting the turn meter, I'm actually going to decrease the turn meter. That should not give us healing. I'm gonna use the A1. That again should not. Why is that giving us the healing? I'm not even sure, but okay. What I was planning to do is to try and get it with Armans, but we're gonna have to try and do that in a different fight. So the healing you've seen, we boosted the turn meter by 15%. We got a 6k healing. Is that amazing? But it's useful. Is decent. Let's try to find some different opponents that probably are not extremely fast. Like this guy, he might be extremely fast. Let's give it a go and see. I'm not sure how fast they are. People are crazy fast nowadays. Okay. So boost our turn meter. Right now, we cannot put decreased speed on them. We cannot put weaken. This will not polymorph us, but we can actually drop their turn meter. So we decrease the turn meter on everybody. We're not getting polymorph because they don't get debuff. They have immunity, right? So having temporal chains even on her can be a very good idea to go against Siphi. Let Siphi take her turn, buff, because you're activating temporal chains. You're dropping the turn meter, making your champion instantly cut in, and then you can boost the turn meter on your team, drop all of their turn meter, don't get polymorphed because you're not debuffing, and win-win. So then we can go in like this. Right now, of course, I cannot remove any buffs from anyone. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna polymorph that Valkyrie because she can be very annoying. We stripped all of the buffs with Armans, and right now we're basically ready to go in and do nothing because we just got slipped in there. But we're gonna do this. Look at the healing, man. Look at the healing. That's what I was trying to show you before. 20,000 healing because Armans stole all that turn meter. So I was trying to show you that before. Was just not happening. Was just not happening on the previous fight. But that's fine. That's why you do multiple fights to get to the point. So that was a nice healing right there. Can we finally get a turn? Maybe. There we go. Increase, decrease, a weaken. Looks beautiful with that decreased speed, actually. And then just put them all to sleep, basically. Game over. So, yes, I do think she's actually nice. And I will stand to my initial statement. She is godly. If you're using her right, if you're using her in the right situations, she will be very powerful. Now, Up to you guys if you're planning to do the fusion or no. I literally have zero benefits from anyone doing fusions or not doing fusions. I just tend to give you guys my personal opinion, and most of the times is based on what it can do on my account. And I have a stacked account where I have pretty much almost all the champions, So when I find uses for champions like these, I do think they're very valuable, So we're gonna run her in the Hydra clan boss. Right here we have Cardiel, we have the new champion, which is the enemy max HP. We have Inquisitor Shamael, that will help us a bit. We're going to get Thermiter. We're going to get small chunks of healing, nothing too crazy from there. I do have a lot of champions that boost Thermiter. So Nargigante Archer, Shamael will do that. Of course, we have Otorian that does it as well with both of the skills. And she does it too. So we should expect to see quite a bit of healing. The only thing is on a 1-turn cooldown, which makes it quite a bit of a tricky situation. I'm gonna leave Cardiel in the lead, let him get as much turn meter as possible, let him do all the crazy things. Buff, look at that. Increase speed for 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, increase attack. Super solid. Decrease attack, decrease speed, and weaken. We cannot put, of course, decrease turn meter on the Hydra heads, which is fine. Right now, I'm actually going to buff a bit more, and we're going to use the ally attack after. We're going to put defense down if we're not getting resisted on anyone. Provoke. Yes, the Nargigante Archer brings decreased speed too, but I needed a good provoker. Now with him, I'm actually going to buff, so I make him the mischief target, and we're going to put block buffs on everybody. Seems like the buffs expire from Cardiel. He's not going to be the mischief target this time around, which is fine. We haven't timed that too good. Not a problem. We're going to do it after. Maybe in the meantime, we're actually even going to kill the head of mischief. You know why? Because we had so much freaking turn meter on all of the heads right here. It's actually crazy getting so much turn meter. But let's actually kick this on auto, guys, because why not? So the new champion as well that we're using, guys, the enemy max HP, the high elves, is pretty solid. He brings block buffs. He brings decreased attack. He brings enemy max HP, a double hit, so it's like an Acrisia 2.0. I do have a different video on him where you can actually see him in full action, and I'm sharing the builds and everything else that you need to know about the champion, the kit. But he's a pretty nice one. And look at that. Boss turn count 1. We are at 10 million damage already, guys. 10 million damage. Very, very impressive. Now, of course, I need to make sure nobody dies. There is a bit of a bug on the test server right now with the destroyed HP on the Hydra, because the Head of Decay should not be destroying as much HP as it does. So that is a problem, how you may notice as well. My champions are getting pretty squishy like this. Turn 4, 22 million damage. This is actually brutal, it's not Nightmare, because I wanted to make sure I have enough resistance for the Head of Mischief. But either way, the damage is just nuts. And yeah, I'm not saying that the damage is nuts because of the Fusion Champion, but the Fusion Champion gives us the increased attack, gives us the turn meter that is desperately needed. I do have 2 defense-based champions in here that will benefit a lot from having increased defense as well. I do wish that her kit would be a bit different from this point of view, and she would basically give increased attack on increased defense based on what sort of champions you have in the team. That would make her much better, I would say, especially for the Hydra, because you can mix and match your champions. But either way, having all this turn meter, guys, and the increased speed, the decreased speed, the weaken on it, because I have no weaken from any other champion, is boosting our damage a lot, So constantly rotating, like turn 10 and we already have 40 million damage. It's just crazy how much damage we're actually dropping. And it's mainly because of all the turn meter that we're getting from all of the champions, to be honest, So it's definitely a solid one. And we did not even had the Head of Torment in the fight yet. So in 3 minutes, we just managed to destroy the Hydra on Brutal and get a top chest. Of course, the more damage, the better now, because you're trying to get a good score in the Hydra Clash, but either way, is an astonishing result. I would say, you know. There we go. Let them go a bit crazy. Okay, she got provoked there. It is a bit scary, honestly, when it's the head of a rat like this and you don't have a reviver. You need to always keep an eye on the run. But this is honestly one of the best damage outputs I've seen out of the Tranda and out of the other champion teams, you know, like out of the Corporal and Cadaver teams. Leaving those on the sides is a very good damage output. 17 turns, 53 million damage is really, really not bad. And now we have the Head of Torment out to play, so we'll be rotating even more. We'll be gaining even more turn meter than before. So if she was not gonna have a cooldown on the passive, which it seems like we're still getting the healing though. We're still getting that healing. But actually, it might be from the Archer Queen too. Okay. I was gonna say we're still getting the healing. Something something looks odd here because she has a 1-turn cooldown on the passive, which doesn't allow you to go crazy with like Shamael and other champions that constantly boost the turn meter, you know. But it's still good. It's still good. Look at that. Boss turn count 19, 60 million damage. Come on, give us the buffs. Give us the debuffs. Beautiful. Let our damage dealers go in and wreak havoc upon the enemy. Wreak havoc upon the enemy. Bang, look at that beautiful AoE enemy max HP, a double hitter. He is probably right now, except Ragash, one of my most wanted non-void legendary champions in the game as a new one, the new champion. He's actually super, super solid. I love his kit for the Hydra. The block buffs, the decrease attack is just massive. Plus the enemy max HP. I feel like he's going to bring in a lot of value. And there we go. 75 million damage. I'm not even gonna let this run play more, guys, because we're gonna stay here for like an hour, you know. But it's a very good result, man. Yes, she's not doing damage, which is fine. She's doing the rest of the work. Eostrid 1.7, Cardiel 12.7. She doesn't even have damage masteries, but she has the AoE attack. Otorian 18.8, Nargigante Archer 12, Mishinaki 21, Shamael 8.5. So definitely bringing in quite a bit of help in this team, you know, with the turn meter, the buffs, the debuffs. I'm definitely liking her. The increased speed and the decreased speed, guys, is the most important buff and debuff in the Hydra clan boss if you want to ensure that you're constantly overlapping the Hydra heads. I've just got a notification that they are trying to fix the test server with the issue that we have in Hydra with the destroyed HP, so I won't be able to move from this screen right now, guys. But I just wanted to share with you guys my opinion on the champion. She will be very useful in Doom Tower waves, useful in faction wars, useful in a lot of content, including Doom Tower. Maybe we can back out. Maybe it's done. No, okay, we just got prompted back to it. But that was all for the video. Yes, how I mentioned, you can use her in all of those different areas. I do think she will be pretty interesting for a lot of accounts out there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.